So is silver a good investment? How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Empire Precious Metals. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you blast that subscribe button and get the bell notification clicked. That way you get updated with any new content. Today I am talking about silver and whether or not it is a good investment. This is something that a lot of people are constantly talking about within the stacking niche as well as the investment niche overall. I have done some videos talking about some financial gurus on YouTube and how they are always talking about how precious metals are a lousy investment. And again, I will agree with the fact that silver and gold may not be the best vehicles to grow your wealth. I don't disagree with that. And some people will say, well, that's the purpose of an investment. You're looking to put your money into something in order to see it grow. Silver and gold is a little bit different, though, because in my opinion, when you look at the very definition of an investment, you're putting your money into something, hoping to see it grow, and then to eventually, cash out, to actually make money on your initial investment. And when it comes to silver and gold, I am willing to bet that people that buy silver and gold are not looking at it as something to put their money into and then not make any money off of it. In fact, a lot of people know that silver and gold have a proven track record in which the value of silver and gold has increased historically. And some people will say, well, that's because the dollar is weakening. Be that as it may, it's still costing more dollars now than it ever has before to purchase the same silver and gold that's been on the planet Earth. So, is silver a good investment? Let's look at this. Now, this article was July of 2022, so we're looking at a year old, but it's not necessarily outdated, okay? This still, the fundamentals of this article are still the same. All right, so, and this will also talk about gold and silver and which of the two is better. Gold tends to get all the glory in an investing world. It's the go-to that people think of when they want an alternative investment to traditional stocks, etc. Silver can be both as a cheaper alternative to gold, but also comes with unique considerations and risks. So here's how to see if it's a good investment. Why invest in silver? Silver functions like gold as an investment, serving similar safe haven role. However, it's an industrial metal used in very, very wide ranges of industry, okay? Silver is used in the manufacture of a variety of things, from glitzy jewelry, batteries, medical equipment, microcircuits, etc. Because silver has a very high conductivity, it's used for many technological applications. Okay, so we know it's used in a whole bunch of things. So silver versus gold as an investment. It's natural to compare silver to gold. They are tangible assets. However, two precious metals have several differences. Okay, silver is cheaper. Yes, we know that. Silver is more affordable. It's never exceeded $50 an ounce. Gold is easier to store. Also true. Okay, you get you're stacking densely, as Yankee stacking here on YouTube would say. Okay, you're able to pack a lot more wealth in a smaller unit. Silver tarnishes. Some people don't necessarily care about silver tarnishing. Silver is more volatile. Silver market's much smaller because it's thinly traded. Okay, higher volatility. We know that this is true. Silver is less liquid. Those looking to offload silver will likely have a more difficult time finding a buyer than those selling gold. I don't agree with that statement. I have never had difficulty finding a buyer for either silver or gold. In fact, I would argue it's harder to offload gold than silver because the affordability aspect. I will have to disagree with this. Gold is a better hedge. Since silver is an industrial metal, it's more vulnerable to recession and pressures affecting manufacturing companies. Such factors can affect gold, which also has its industrial uses, but overall gold is more driven by investor sentiment. So gold acts as a better, purer hedge against the economy and stock market. Okay. All right. Investors can buy physical silver in the form of bullion. It's less pretty but more pragmatic to invest in financial instruments than represent silver for individual investors. These best indirect options include, okay, so they're saying it's easier or a little bit better to invest in silver stocks, mutual funds, and ETCs, exchange traded commodities. This article just kind of talked about silver and gold, whether or not it's a good investment, but doesn't really say yes or no. So obviously I'm not a financial expert. Is it good to invest in silver? You kind of have to decide whether or not you want to take those risks. In my opinion, silver is a good metal for long-term storage of wealth. I don't think that you should back the truck up and put a ton of your money into silver or into gold. Personally, I have a lot of my money wrapped up in silver and gold, but I'm a little bit of a different case because I'm a YouTube content creator, so I need to have silver and gold on hand just as props. And also, being that I am a silver and gold precious metals channel, you should have some of the stuff that you're talking about, right? Also, I'm a dealer. I buy and sell silver and gold constantly. Weekly, Tuesday nights here on YouTube, 7 p.m. Eastern. There's my plug. Also on my website, empirepreciousmetals.com, and on Instagram. But, is silver a good investment? I think that silver is very volatile, and I've seen some people, unfortunately, they did buy in the highs. When was it, like 2011-ish? 2009, 2010, sometime around there, where silver was like around 44, 48 bucks an ounce or whatever. And they are very, very upset that they're essentially upside down on their investment now. This also brings up the argument and the importance of having to buy steadily. Because what that tells me, when somebody is upset about that, that tells me that they had a fear of missing out, that they spent a ton of money on silver when it was high, and then the prices came down, and now they are essentially out about half of their initial investment. We've seen that happen with cryptocurrency. You see the people getting fearful, the fear of missing out, and they end up buying when things are at all-time highs. You need to be buying consistently and gradually, because that limits your exposure for something like that, and it dollar cost averages you down. So my argument to those people would be this: if they are really upset, depending on how much they put out too, but if they're really upset that they've lost so much money since silver or gold or whatever, not so much gold, but silver was at its all-time highs, then they should essentially be buying right now to bring their dollar cost average down. Then that bite wouldn't hurt so much. You know what I'm saying? So I think, what a lot of financial experts do say is they say, maybe no more than 10% of your overall portfolio should be invested in silver. Again, it really all depends on you and your situation. Some people would say if you're much, much older, putting your money into cash, maybe some into precious metals to limit your exposure to the stock market. That might be a good thing, but it's like one of those things that you have to essentially look at it for a long-term hold and do consistently. That's my view. Out of the two metals, silver or gold, which do I think is better? I stack mainly gold. I collect silver. I get like pieces like this. I don't know how well you'll see it, but these like little silver coins that I think are cool. But when it comes to overall wealth preservation, I am not stacking silver hard. I'll buy some pieces here or there. If I get a really good deal, I'll buy a piece here or maybe a 10-ounce bar. But gold is really where I'm putting the bulk of my money. I've said this for the last 2-3 years now. But Is it a good investment? I mean, again, you really have to do your research, look at your own personal scenario, and see if it makes sense for you. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below. Was this helpful at all? Kind of, in my opinion, this article didn't really answer a whole heck of a lot. It kind of just states the obvious. Maybe somebody that's new into precious metals didn't know this already. This might help them. But personally, do you think silver is a good investment? Let me know in the comments down below.